Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Divinity Original Sin with yours truly, Inzainia. We are back at the spot where the orcs and the skeletons were fighting on the level previous to the one we were on last. Back at that black ominous gate. We picked up a key, some kind of black key or whatever, and I'm hoping that that's going to open. I'm pretty sure it's going to actually. Imagine that. So let's head on down. See what we can find. Oh, come on. I know I can like that. Let's get the camera. There we go. Get it back right. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Crabs aren't so bad, you know. At least they aren't poisonous. End. Alright, so somebody's been living here. A little bedroll. Let's look at the book still. Blank Earth. I think all these blank scrolls that we're getting are scrolls that we can use to make stuff. But we will see. First thing we need to do is save, because we haven't saved in a while. Ooh, a diamond.
You could invest in the river's most ancient creatures. I'd went to someone or something made mad almighty Zeus.
Ooh, bluegill mushrooms. I don't think I have any of them. I got two now. Ooh, there's a ghost down there. I saw him. Desdemona. Alright. Boogie, boogie down the street. Hurry.
So we're on the hunt for something capable of taking out not one, but two dragons. The light.
Stardust herb. My great-great-granddad used to tell me about a great red stone that made the local fauna fierce enough to take on these dragons. Thank you, rat. Just looking for stuff. I know that she's up here. Ooh, a fight. Oh my golly.
How can I suppose anything with those eyes doesn't get like so much rump roast?
Uh-oh. Alright, first things first. If I move away, she's going to get an attack opportunity. No, she's not. Awesome. Let's get these two into the mix. Let's turn it off for the first attack, because then we can get an attack. Oh yeah. So for this one, I got this new thing. I'm kind of scared to use it though, but we'll see. There we go. Is she burning? No, it's not burning. Alright, we end his turn.
On the scene, use it against us unless we can stop it.
35. Ooh, it poisoned it. Good. It's under half. Let's see. She's got a bunch of health left. We'll just let her get her little shell thing. I don't know what that ball is. We're about to find out though. $106 and wet. What's she doing? Oh, she sucked up some stuff. What are them? One more hit. Done. She dropped all kind of good stuff too. That was just like incredibly easy. It shouldn't have been that easy, I don't think. Maybe I got lucky. There's Sam's collar. That's for a quest, I think. Stunning arrow. Got a bunch of magical stuff to identify when we leave here. Alright, let's save since we did really well. We can get to Divinity. Ooh,
What's this spot?
something to dig up. Hopefully it won't blow us up. Oh, another tormented soul. We got 2 of them now. Ooh, a book. Secrets of the Scroll. And a medium heal. And the Adventurer's Field Guide. See anything else? Stand down with that weapon or I'll lodge a formal complaint with the council. It was hardly my intention to disturb you. I'll sheath my weapon. Oh, no hard feelings. It's just that I much prefer to face a fellow without the threat of losing my head. Your flesh. Why, you're positively radiating. It's been years since a warm blood has wandered through these caverns. An utterly lovely sight. What are you doing down here? I know not. I know so little. My life is full, I recall, from my earliest memories to my most recent sorrows. But why I should be trapped in this spectral form, I cannot say. How did you die? I was on board a ship from Arata to Sicil. The night was black as ink, and the lighthouse in the distance offered us no aid. Wifey. The ship's hull soon met the cragged shallows, and we were all of us lost. The thing I can least reconcile is that my own husband, my Samson, keeps the lighthouse. What could have become of him that night? My mind races with the possibilities. Yeah, this is the lighthouse keeper's wife. Remember, he didn't turn the light on, so that her boat with her lover or whatever else wrecked, and they drowned. That's why he's a ghost. Tell me more about your most recent troubles. Gossipers, they nearly ruined me. In life, I was a natural philosopher, you see, a student of the stars. Arata, an elfish land not so far from Sicil, happens to boast the finest telescope in all of Rivelin, so I set sail, planning to spend several weeks there enhancing my research. When I arrived, I found an instant friend in the telescope's keeper, an elfish scientist named Faladir. We had much to share concerning our studies and found great joy in one another's company. It was a friendship as pure as starlight, but that didn't keep the rumors from flying. As the insinuations became increasingly vile, I thought it best to sail back to Sicil straight away and introduce Faladar, my friend, to Samson, my only love, putting in any and all foul rumors to rest. As you know, though, we never made it. Falador's lost forever, and what has become of my darling Samson I know not. I've met Samson's ghost at the lighthouse. He is filled with regret after having supposedly sunk your ship. He could never. You mean to say he left us to those savage waters on purpose? I can't believe it. And yet, if what you say is true, well, I must meet him in any case. To the lighthouse, you said. Fine. Alright, so did she leave me anything behind? No little gifts of parting? Alright, so we've like finished 3 quests. We got Sam's collar. We finished the lighthouse. We need to actually go back to the lighthouse after this now, I'm sure. And I don't know what else. But we're done in here. That's it. That was actually pretty quick. I kind of wish that I'd left that on to the end of the last episode. Because that wasn't but another, I don't know, 12, 13 minutes. Oh well. New episode means further in. Let's head. I'm walking back because I don't know why. Why am I walking back when I can just teleport? Da, 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 da. What was it? Black Cove? No. Sisal Beach South, Sisal Harbor, Sisal West. There we go. And I think it's up this way. Yep, right there. I don't know if I have to come back here, but I'm going to. What is that? Oh, that's just the circle, I guess, for the lighthouse. Excuse me. Wait on these people to slowly traverse to this area. They're almost about ready to level to 7. Yeah, she's just a tad behind everybody because she died in a couple fights. I think she's about 3K behind everybody. Oh, I figured this out too on accident. If I hit the toggle the camera button, it takes you to directly above view, which is kind of cool. All right, let's go down and talk to Samson. Desmonda, my love, I should have known you would never betray me. I should have known your love to be as constant as the sky. Madness took hold of my heart and with razor nails scratched murderous intent into its depths. And yet, look at us now. Not even death could impede our reunion. I beg of you, my love, forgive me. But with but a word, you can heal my heart. Efface the scars that lunacy left there. Forgive me, my wife, my own, forgive me. You've heard the whole story by now. Perhaps you can help me settle my mind. Half of me is furious and the other half is utterly enraged. What do you think of my murderer husband? Yeah, I think they should forgive each other and move on. I suppose you're right. The deed is done and I can do naught but move forward now. Samson, I do forgive you. I do.
Until we meet again.
From its incomparable purity, even the diamond hides its dull complexion in shame. The nightmare is at an end. We are together again and shall remain so evermore.
Yes. The past is the past, my darling. Let's go forward together now, hand in hand into the next life.
Okay. So we got some...
And thus ends the lesson. Trust not even the one whom you think loves you most.
he's so cynical. All right, nothing here to do. What's that? Box, mouse. All right, so let's boogie out. I'm gonna use the steps to at least leave, just in case, you know, like an encounter or anything like that was supposed to. Oop, yep, see somebody to talk to. I need a moment to reflect. Compassion is the true heart of our mission and banner I'm glad to fight for. There's an old saying that among the elders of the Academy South, a source hunter without compassion is a river without water. I never considered myself a compassionate sort, but our recent work has proven otherwise. This recent compassion of mine will spell my undoing if I'm not vigilant. Huh. There we go. With each such display of empathy, I find myself drawn closer and closer to your kind, so your kind's a great boon. You've grown quite compassionate indeed. Alright, good enough. Little old... Was it right there? Yeah. Alright. So let's head to...
Rotten sea garbage.
Let's actually go to Sisal North Gate. And now let's run to... Whoops, wrong way. Let's run down here. Because I think we've got another quest to turn into him. I can't remember. We discovered another these star stones, and this is an opportunity to open up another room at the end of time. Hall of Heroes. That's something we didn't find. We didn't find the. We might have to go back because I didn't find a. We hadn't found that. Hadn't found him.
Sorry, sir.
That. Not that. Not that. We ain't gone there yet. Haven't done that. That's still in town. We can actually go do that now, maybe. Fabulous 5. I cheated a little bit on that one. I'll explain shortly. Mayor Cecil's asked Fabulous 5 to destroy Rogue. That's in the cave. Charmed, I'm sure. Don't know anything about that one. I don't know anything about that one. So maybe we don't have any quests to complete. Sam's collar, though. That should be the cat. If I remember the cat was at where we picked up the mage. So that would be here, I think. I think he's in here. I remember seeing a cat. No, that's Esmeralda's shop. Let me look at the map. It might be in here. There he is. No, that's Maxine. Well, we'll talk to Maxine. But there should be... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was that cat. Yeah.
Until we meet again. My friend returns.
You haven't left town yet, have you? Jolly good. Join me, why don't you? For Scandalous Milky Saucer Fellow, tell me a bit more about yourself. I'm the mayor's cat, don't you know? Born and raised on velvets and viands and most exquisite varieties. Maxine rhymes with queen after all the dears. I'd like to ask you some further questions. Tell me about Cecil. Don't fear. Let's change the subject. No, I did talk to that cat.
Until we meet again.
Alright, well, let me look at my inventory at it. Where's it at? Sam's collar. I don't know. I don't have a quest for it, but I thought that I did. Let's go upstairs. There's only been 2 cats that I've seen. That one here. And the one that the other dude pretends to be. But this is where I need to be anyway, where I was talking to you about. Because I cheated. In a way. I looked up that one quest online. Because I was told that I needed to have 2 in pickpocketing. Equip. So now I've got 1 in pickpocketing. But I had something else. I had something else that had pickpocketing on it. Something that gave me 2 in pickpocketing. Maybe I've already got it on. Let's look at the skills, abilities, nasty deeds, pickpocketing 1, lockpicking 1. So let's check everybody. Anybody else? Oh, right there. Medora. I gave her a point in pickpocketing. So let's go to him. Let's put his other boots back on. Which is those. And we'll take and send them to Medora. And hopefully we'll end up with some better gear. So we'll go to Medora and we'll equip them. And then she should now have 2 in pickpocketing. Yes, 2 in pickpocketing. I looked it up online and it said you had to have 2 at pickpocketing in order to be able to pickpocket the thingy from her, the amulet. Because the only way to finish this, because I couldn't figure out how to finish it at all. And I looked it all up. I went back and talked to the other guy, talked to the cop, and I needed evidence. And I looked up all the evidence. There's no evidence. The only way to do this, after choosing to lock the guy up, is you have to pickpocket her and steal her amulet, and then take the amulet to the guy or something. I don't know. I didn't read any further. I just stopped. I saw that you had to pickpocket her. So what I did was, see how she's green? That means you can successfully pickpocket her. I'm gonna steal everything she's got, or everything I can. It changes. She was just a bush. I don't know. Gotta wait till she goes back there, I guess. Why is sneaking failing? Quit failing at sneaking. There you go. Hey, you think you can do whatever you please and waltz out of here unchecked? Well, unfortunately for you, I'm a firm believer in summary justice. Okay, so apparently she failed it. So we got to reload, and I don't know how far back that was. I think it was just after the thing. So I'm gonna pause the video and work back to this. Well, actually, excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna pause the video and I'll work back to that part. So I'll be right back. Alright, so while looking around, I found Sam. I don't know what's going to happen. First, we got to be on Inzainia. So let's see. Meow, never saw the king crab before. Never saw you in king crab before. You're welcome to scratch me behind the ears if you like. I won't scratch back. Who are you? I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. Used to be a ship's cat. The clipper I was on sank, and I was the only one to wrestle himself free from the waves. The people were kind and took me in. Been the king crab's foremost patron ever since. Tell me more about the ship you were on. A magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate, I was told. Unlike me, she didn't prove to be unsinkable, though. We hit the cliffs right beneath the lighthouse. Not very apt the name for that building, I must say, for no light was shining from it. The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. By some miracle, I managed to reach the beach, covered in kelp and smelling worse than a fish's funeral parlor. But I was alive, and that was more than anybody else could say. You were the only survivor? So I was. My friends I had, they drowned alongside the rats I used to hunt in the galley, and there I was all alone. Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milk and fish aplenty. Most folks will pet me kindly, and when one of the village girls holds me tight against her ample bosom, I purr up a storm. But I do long for a companion of my own kind, and in that regard, there's no one like Maxine. About Maxine. Maxine, the mayor's darling pet, so gentle, so fair and feline, the grace of her whiskers, the subtle palette of her dyes in her sable coat. She's one of a kind, that cat. She likes me, I know she does, but when I declare my love, she backs away. I don't know why. I've serenaded her and bravely braved many a bucket of water for my efforts, but for some reason she is not to be swayed. I have some other questions for you. By all means, what's your take on the undead? People make a fuss. Oh, okay, same thing she said. Can you tell me more about the orcs? Oh, don't mention orcs to me. Worse than dogs a lot. Sank Walrus's willy boat right from under him. Best anchovy fisher in the world he was. A loss to us all. I'll take my leave. All right, let's see what the journal says. Kitty Love. After defeating a giant sea spider, we found a fancy collar belonging to a certain Sam. We have been asked by Sam at the tavern Tom to investigate why the cat of his dreams, Maxine, isn't interested in him. Okay. So, we still got a few minutes. Let's go find out what's up with Maxine, why she's so snotty, since it's right here. I can't go down that well, can I? No. Alright, let's go talk to Maxine. Maxine!
My friend returned.
You haven't left town yet. Blah, blah, blah. Jolly good join me. Yeah. Like, about Unsinkable Sam. Oh, he's a darling old Tom, isn't he? Paws over tails in love with me. And who can blame him? The feeling's, well, rather mutual, actually, but the pet of a puss simply doesn't have a penny to his name. At the risk of sounding as shallow as a spinel, I can't but admit my love does not come unconditionally. What if we were to have kittens, he and I? They'd jolly well starve, wouldn't they? With an alley cat for a papa? Dear Sam, he's such a good old bean, but he does rather reside at the bottom of the scratching pole, doesn't he? And dear me, one must have at least a mite of standards. Okay, that's it. What's she gonna do? Is she gonna get hooked up with Amru or Aru or whatever, the mage that shapeshifts as a cat? Because they're the only 3 cats in town. There ain't really a long list of lines, you know, or a long line of people or kitties or whatever to get hooked up with. Not Maxine. Aye, so there's the rub. I am but a stray and she is the mayor's cat. Oh, I do understand her, I do. She wants a Tom of means, not privation. One who brings home the sardines and the occasional halibut. Were that I still had my collar, such a marvel it was, as bejeweled as the night sky with precious stones, said to have once been worn by a far-off Mahara's best hunting cheetah. Like the king of all cats, I looked when I wore it, a gift bestowed upon me by a princess whom I had kept company during a long and perilous voyage. Precious band of gemstones lost, and I was tossed around by the waves like a ball in a game of catch. Among the waves it remains, I imagine, worn perhaps by a crab who fancies himself a Caesar with it. If only I could be the Caesar again, and Maxine my Caesarina. Winkling whiskers, you found my collar. Oh, thank you, bless you. I shall don it right this instant and hie me to Maxine as fast as my paws can carry me. You have made me the happiest cat in the world, indeed you have. So we did good. We got a little bit of experience points for returning the collar. Let's go check him out over there with old Maxine. There's some stuff in there for me to steal. I didn't notice it last time. Hopefully he'll be in here with Maxine and we can end this whole thing, and then we'll save. That'll be the end of the episode. And ooh, Maxine, my love, look at me. I'm wearing the collar I told you about. The one you told.
The one you told me about.
Carrying purr.
Make me my very life as
Okay, so she gave in. All it took was a little money. So Sam's story is a happy ending after all. Wouldn't have had if we never found the collar. Maxine only agreed to marry him because he is rich now. I agree. What a cynical thing to say. No, I'm afraid you're right. She's quite the little gold digger. And what you got to say? It is a pity indeed to see how this treasure of a cat, the pinnacle of nature's beauty, has been corrupted by the wretched mores of man. Base materialism has darkened the purity of her soul and has seized the very throne where love should have rested. Let the story of Sam and his beloved serve as an example of this bitter truth. Between two humans, no love is unconditional. So strongly does this sad depravity seep from our every pore that it adulterates the innocence of what should be stainless spirits. We suffer from the inability to bestow love devoid of logic, devotion, devoid of design, wealth, status, prestige, the carnality of flesh and fortune. Those are the true motivators of the affections between a man and a woman. Love, it is the name we give a base ambition, a delusion we blindly compel to be true and therefore falsely hold to be absolute. Pity love, and the wary of her too, for she is but a deception. I must agree that, alas, I have never seen an example of true love except in songs and stories. Yeah, I'm pretty cynical about that. Unconditional love is but a fiction indulged in by fools. Aptly put, verily the concept of love is but a vagary of fantasies, the intemperance of puerile minds. I shall not deny that my mind too was puerile once, that I too loved a woman with all my soul, believing her to be. Enough, forget what I said. Dig love a grave and there let it rot. I agree. Concurred. And that, my friends, is the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next episode. Please like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it. And next episode we will spend pickpocketing the troll chickie to steal her amulet. Have a great day.